Your true rival is yourself. While you search for enemies out there, your greatest adversary stares back at you in the mirror every morning. That's right, brother. You can blame the economy, the government, your boss, luck, circumstances. But at the end of the day, when you lay your head on the pillow, you know the truth. You've always known. The man who prevents you from achieving everything you desire. The man who sabotages your dreams, who postpones your decisions, who chooses comfort over greatness. That man is you. And you know what's most powerful about all this? This same truth that hurts is the truth that sets you free. Because if the problem is you, the solution is too. You don't need to change the whole world. You just need to defeat one adversary, one single man. And that man is under your complete control. Let me tell you something nobody else is going to tell you today. You are not a victim. You never were. You are the protagonist of a story still being written, and the pen is in your hand. Every morning, you choose which chapter to write. Every day, you decide whether today is the day the hero awakens, or just another day he stays comfortable in mediocrity. I know you're tired. I know you've had difficult days. I know nobody hands you anything for free in this world. But precisely because of that, brother, precisely because of that, you cannot give up now. Because when you look back at everything you've already been through, at all the times most broke but didn't break, man, that wasn't luck. That was you. Wasn't luck. That was the warrior inside you who refused to fall. And that warrior is still there. He didn't die. He's just waiting for you to give him permission to fight again. Let's talk real here. Not about cheap motivation. Not those empty speeches that make you feel good for 5 minutes and then vanish. Let's talk about what really matters. Let's talk about your real life, your real problems, your real dreams. You want prosperity? You want to see your bank account grow? Want to see those numbers increasing, dollars coming in, opportunities knocking at your door? You want to give your family the stability they deserve? Want to buy that house, that car, be able to look your children in the eyes and say, everything you need, I can provide. Of course you do. Every real man does. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't let anyone make you feel guilty for wanting prosperity. Ambition is not a flaw, it's an engine. It's what separates men who build empires from men who complain that the world is unfair. But here's the thing. Nobody's going to hand that to you. No politician is going to save you. No lottery ticket is going to change your life. No quick scheme is going to make you rich. The hard, pure truth is this. You're going to have to rip your prosperity from this world with your own hands. You're going to have to wake up when everyone else is sleeping. You're going to have to work when everyone else is at the barbecue. You're going to have to invest in yourself when everyone else is spending on nonsense. And here's the secret that separates winners from losers. Winners understand they're competing with themselves, while losers keep looking sideways, comparing, complaining, envying. Winners are looking forward, focused, determined, improving 1% each day. Because in the end, brother, you're not competing with your neighbor. You're not competing with your coworker. You're not competing with that guy on Instagram who seems to have the perfect life. You're competing with the man you were yesterday. And the question you need to ask every day is this: am I better today than I was yesterday? If the answer is yes, you're winning. If the answer is no, you're losing. It's that simple. And if you're losing, there's no excuse, no justification. There's just one choice. Either you accept defeat and live a mediocre life, or you get up, dust yourself off, and get back in the fight. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but I tried. I've already failed so many times. And I tell you, great. That means you had the courage to try. You know who never fails? Those who never try. The walking dead who wake up every day, go to work on autopilot, come home, watch TV, sleep, and repeat. These guys never fail because they never try anything. You're not like that. You've already proven you have courage. Now, you just need to have consistency. You need to understand that success is not an event. It's a process. It's not about having one perfect day. It's about having 1,000 good days. It's about doing the small right things repeatedly until they become big things. You want money? Then stop spending on nonsense. Start investing, even if it's little. $10 a week, 20, 50. The amount doesn't matter. The habit does. Because the man who invests $10 a week is building the muscle of financial discipline. And when the big opportunity appears, he'll be ready. The man who spends everything he earns, that guy will be broke forever, complaining that the system is against him. You want respect? Then be respectable. Do what you say you're going to do. Keep your word, be punctual, be reliable. Treat people with dignity, but don't let anyone disrespect you. This balance, this quiet strength, is what makes a man truly respected. You want a stable family? Then be stable first. Be the man your family can count on. Not the man who explodes in anger. Not the man who disappears when things get tough. Be the rock. Be the foundation. Because when everything is crumbling around you, and it will crumble, believe me, your family will look to you. And the question is, will they see strength or weakness? Every man at this exact moment is writing his legacy. Every decision, every action, every word. You're building something. The question is, are you building a castle or a shack? Are you planting trees or growing weeds? And look, I'm not saying it's easy. If it were easy, everyone would do it. I'm saying it's possible, and possible is enough. Because you don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. You don't need to be the best in the world. You need to be better than you were. There are days you're going to wake up and won't want to do anything. Your body will hurt. Your mind will sabotage you. The voice in your head will say, "Rest today. You deserve it." And man, that voice is your enemy. That voice is the adversary. That voice is the weak version of you trying to keep you small. Because growing hurts. Changing hurts. Evolving hurts. But you know what hurts more? Reaching 50, 60 years old and looking back and seeing a wasted life. Seeing unrealized potential. Seeing abandoned dreams. Seeing a road full of what-ifs and could-have-beens. That's the real pain. The pain of regret is infinitely greater than the pain of discipline. So when that voice appears, when your internal rival tries to convince you to give up, you look at him and say, "Not today. Today I choose to grow. Today I choose to fight. Today I choose to be better." And you do it again tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow, and the next day, until it's no longer a choice. It's who you are. Until discipline isn't something you do, it's something you are. Because the truth is this, brother. You're not going to change your life in one day, but you can change your direction. And direction determines destiny. If you're going in the wrong direction, it doesn't matter how fast you run. You'll never get where you want. But if you're in the right direction, even if you go slowly, each step takes you closer. So where are you going? That's the question you need to answer. And you need to answer with brutal honesty. Not with the answer you want to give, but with the true answer. Look at your actions over the last 30 days. Not your intentions, your actions. Because actions don't lie. If you spent more than you earned, you're heading for bankruptcy. If you ate more than you should, you're heading for disease. If you complained more than you worked, you're heading for mediocrity. Actions reveal destiny. But the good news, the incredible news, is that you can change direction right now. This exact second. You don't need to wait for Monday. You don't need to wait for next month. You don't need to wait for New Year's. You can decide now that the man you were is over, and the man you're going to be is being born. And this new man, he's going to be prosperous. He's going to have money in the bank. He's going to have growing investments. He's going to have material goods that reflect his hard work. He's going to be able to travel with his family. He's going to be able to give quality education to his children. He's going to be able to sleep peacefully, knowing that if something happens, he has reserves. He has security. He has stability. This man is going to be respected at work, at home, in the community. Because he earned it. He didn't ask for respect. He earned it. Through consistency, integrity, and results, this man is going to be strong, not just physically, but mentally. He's going to have emotional control. He's going to know when to speak and when to stay quiet. He's going to know when to fight and when to strategically retreat. He's going to have the wisdom that only comes from battles won and lost. This man is you, at your best. It's you when you stop sabotaging yourself. It's you when you stop competing with others and start competing with your potential. It's you when you understand that your true rival has always been yourself, and the war against this rival never ends. There's no day when you wake up and you're ready. You're perfect. You're complete. Every day you have to win the victory again. Every day you have to make the right choices again. Every day you have to defeat the weak man inside you who wants to give up. But here's the secret. Each victory gets easier. Each day you win, you get stronger. Discipline becomes habit. Habit becomes character. And character becomes destiny. I want you to imagine something with me. Close your eyes if you can. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. Imagine you did everything right. You woke up early. You worked hard. You invested wisely. You took care of your health. You prioritized your family. You became the man you always knew you could be. What's your life like? What's your bank account like? What's your body like? What's your house like? How does your family look at you? How do you feel when you look in the mirror? Keep that image, because it's possible. It's real. It's waiting for you in the future. The only question is, will you have the courage to walk there? Will you have the discipline to do what needs to be done day after day? Even when it's hard, even when nobody's watching, even when you don't feel like it? Because nobody's going to do this for you. Your wife isn't going to do it. Your children aren't going to do it. Your boss isn't going to do it. Not me. Not anyone. This journey is yours. This war is yours. And the victory or defeat, brother, is yours. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep living on autopilot, letting life happen to you? Or are you going to take control, grab the reins, and build the life you want? Because I'll tell you something. The world doesn't need another mediocre man. The world is full of them. Men who could have been great but chose to be comfortable. Men who had the potential but didn't have the courage. Men who dreamed big but acted small. The world needs men who are willing to do the work, who are willing to sacrifice today's pleasure for tomorrow's reward, who are willing to be misunderstood, criticized, even ridiculed, but who stay firm on the path because they know where they're going. The world needs men who understand that prosperity is not luck. It's consequence. Consequence of right decisions repeated over time. Consequence of financial discipline. Consequence of continuous education. Consequence of working while others sleep. And you can be that man. Not because you're special, but because you're willing. And willingness, bruh, is the only thing that talent without work is waste. Intelligence without action is uselessness. Potential without execution is fantasy. But hard work always pays. It may not pay today. It may not pay tomorrow. But if you keep working, keep growing, keep improving, the payoff comes. It always comes. Because you're playing a different game. You're not playing the lottery. You're building an empire brick by brick. And each brick counts. Each small victory counts. Each day you wake up on time counts. Each healthy meal counts. Each workout counts. Each dollar saved counts. Each honest conversation with your family counts. Each moment of patience instead of anger counts. Nothing is wasted. Everything is building you, either building you stronger or revealing where you need to improve. There's no failure, only feedback. And the wise man uses feedback to adjust course. Have you already failed? Great. What did you learn? Have you already lost money? Perfect. What won't you do again? Have you already disappointed someone? Understandable. How will you do differently next time? These are the questions of a winner. These are the questions of a man who understands he's competing with himself, and each experience, good or bad, is an opportunity to improve. The loser asks different questions. Why does this always happen to me? Why am I never lucky? Why is everyone better than me? These questions have no useful answer. They only keep you trapped in the victim mentality. And you're not a victim. You're a conqueror. You're a builder. You're a warrior in the arena of life, fighting your battle, building your legacy, conquering your territory. And that territory, brother, it can include everything you dreamed of. The house with space for the kids to play. The reliable car that doesn't break down all the time. Family trips to create memories that will last forever. The healthy bank account that lets you sleep peacefully. The investments that grow while you work. The financial stability that allows your wife not to worry about bills. All of this is possible. All of this has already been achieved by men who weren't smarter than you, weren't more talented than you, didn't have more luck than you. The only difference is they decided to defeat the adversary within them. They decided to be disciplined when it was hard. They decided to continue when everyone else gave up. And now it's your turn. Your turn to make that decision. Your turn to look in the mirror and say, enough. It's over. The weak man died today. The strong man was born. And this man doesn't give up. This man doesn't make excuses. This man makes it happen. Because at the end of the day, brother, you're going to have to be accountable. Not to me, not to anyone here. You're going to have to be accountable to the most important man in your life, yourself. And at the end of your journey, when you look back, the only question that will matter is, did I give my best? Not was I lucky? Not were the circumstances favorable? Not did I have advantages? But rather, with everything I had, with all the cards I was dealt, did I play the best game possible? Did I fight the best fight? Did I live the best life? And brother, I hope your answer is yes. I hope you look back and see a life of purpose, of meaning, of impact. A life where you defeated your greatest rival every day. A life where you became the man who was always waiting inside you. Because that man is real. He's not fantasy. He's there, waiting for you to make the decision. Waiting for you to stop looking for excuses and start looking for solutions. Waiting for you to stop blaming others and start taking total responsibility for your life. And when you do that, when you really take control, something magical happens. You stop being a leaf in the wind and become the storm. You stop reacting to life and start creating your life. You stop being a spectator and become the protagonist. And there, brother, that's when life gets good. Not because everything is easy, but because you're strong. Not because there are no problems, but because you become the kind of man who solves problems. Not because the road is smooth, but because you become the kind of man who can cross any terrain. And that strength, that capacity, that resilience, it attracts prosperity. It attracts opportunities. It attracts people who want to be around you. Because everyone wants to be near a winner. Everyone wants to do business with a reliable man. Everyone respects a man of his word. And suddenly, those doors that seemed closed start to open. Those opportunities that seemed impossible start to appear. That prosperity you sought so much starts to flow. Not because you got lucky, but because you became the kind of man who deserves prosperity. Because the universe rewards action, rewards consistency, rewards courage. You may not believe in karma, in the law of attraction, in any of that, but you can't deny a simple truth. Men who work hard, who are disciplined, who don't give up, eventually win. It may take a year, it may take 5, it may take 10, but they win. Because they're playing the long game. They're not looking for quick victory. They're building an empire that will last generations. And that can be you. That will be you if you make the decision now. If you stop procrastinating, if you stop waiting for the perfect moment and understand that the perfect moment is now. Because tomorrow is not guaranteed. You don't know how many days you have. None of us do. So every day you waste is a day you'll never get back. Every opportunity you let pass may not return. Every moment you choose comfort over growth is a moment lost forever. And life is too short to live small. It's too precious to waste on mediocrity. It's too valuable to spend on distractions, addictions, and escapisms. You have a mission. You may not know what it is yet, but you have one. Every man has a purpose, a calling, a unique contribution that only he can give to the world. And part of defeating your internal rival is discovering that mission and pursuing it with everything you have. Maybe it's building a business that employs people and transforms lives. Maybe it's creating a strong family that will impact generations. Maybe it's mastering a craft and becoming the best at what you do. Maybe it's serving your community in a way that makes a real difference. It doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that you go after it, that you don't let fear stop you, that you don't let doubt paralyze you, that you don't let other people's opinions diminish you. Because in the end, brother, people are going to talk anyway. If you try and fail, they'll talk. If you try and win, they'll talk too. And if you don't try anything, they'll talk as well. So since they're going to talk anyway, you might as well give them something big to talk about. Be the man they point to and say, that guy is different. That guy really made it happen. That guy won. And when your children ask you how you did it, you can look them in the eyes and tell the truth. I decided to defeat the only adversary that really mattered. I decided to be better than I was yesterday, every day. I decided not to give up, even when everything seemed impossible. And son, you can do the same. That's the legacy. Not just the money you leave, but the example. Not just the possessions, but the principles. Not just what you achieved, but who you became in the process. Because your children will inherit your wealth, but more importantly, they'll inherit your character. They'll learn not from what you say, but from what you do. They'll become what you are, not what you preach. So what man do you want them to become? What example are you giving? When they observe you, what are they learning? These questions should haunt you, should motivate you, should propel you out of bed every morning. Because you're not just building your life, you're shaping your family's future. And that, my brother, that is responsibility. It's weight. It's pressure. But it's also the greatest privilege a man can have. The opportunity to create something greater than himself. The chance to leave the world better than he found it. So get up. Dust yourself off. Look in the mirror and recognize, not with anger, but with determination. Because defeating him isn't destroying him. It's transforming him. It's taking the weak man and forging the strong man. It's taking the scared boy and creating the brave warrior. And you do this one choice at a time. One action at a time. One day at a time. Today, you choose to be 1% better. Tomorrow, another 1%. And the day after tomorrow, another 1%. And in a year, you'll look back and won't recognize who you were. Because 1% per day for a year is in 365% improvement. It's exponential transformation. It's personal revolution. And that revolution, brother, it starts now. Not in a bit. Not tomorrow. Now. This moment is your turning point. This is the moment you decide that enough mediocrity, enough excuses, enough living below your potential. Because you were made for more. You know it. I know it. And deep down, your internal rival knows it too. That's why he fights so hard. That's why he sabotages you. Because if you discover your true power, if you really start living at your maximum potential, there's no limit to what you can achieve. And that's scary. It scares him. And it scares you. Because with great power comes great responsibility. And it's easier to live small. It's more comfortable to do the minimum. It's less scary not to try. But you weren't made for easy. You were made for greatness. And greatness requires sacrifice, requires discipline, requires that you kill the weak man inside you every single day. So do it. Do it now. Do it always. And one day, when you're at the top, when you've achieved everything you dreamed of, when your children are proud, when your family is secure, when your account is full, you'll look back and see that the most important journey wasn't the external one. It was the internal one. It was the war nobody saw. It was the daily battle against your only true rival. And the sweetest victory wasn't the money, wasn't the possessions, wasn't the recognition. It was looking in the mirror and finally seeing a winner looking back. That day is coming, brother. Prepare yourself, because you're about to discover what you're really capable of. And when you discover it, the whole world will discover it too.